Hi Collective, welcome to the channel, Cosmic Divine Dreamer. Hi everyone. So this is going to be a really exciting reading that I'm doing for all of you for our new moon in Taurus, right? So I'm very excited about this energy. I've really been feeling it coming in this evening a lot. There's been a lot of purging out. I just realized my candle just went out. That I've had to do, right? And so I've really been like clearing up my light body today, purging out a lot of things, emotional release, integrations, right? Feeling a lot of this beautiful energy that's coming in. Hold on, I'm just thinking, I want to get another candle, so hold on, let me get this. I always like to have a candle going. And I've been lighting them like all day, so... Alright. So, yeah, so realizing everything that's going on astrologically, right? And realizing how close we are to eclipse season. We're getting ready to enter the fall equinox and taking a look at the positions and stuff is happening in. Seeing the influence of Libra, and it's like I just knew that Libra season, like I've been calling it Libra season for a while, like so much divine justice is coming in, even though it's not, you know, Libra season yet. I've just been telling everybody because I've just been feeling this karmic justice and like divine intervention has been like happening like the most I've ever felt. So anyways, it was just really reassuring me seeing these things like, yes, that's why, right? And I thought it was interesting is I filled up one of my other notebooks, so I grabbed an older notebook tonight, right? And right away I said I wanted to work with the goddess cards, right? And work with the goddess archetypes and energies tonight. So I pulled the Goddess Guidance Oracle, and I've got this other LV Oracle I'm going to be pulling from. So I am going to get into the cards. I'm just getting some channel messages out. And these are very, very powerful goddesses here too. But anyway, so out of all my notebooks, I grabbed this one. And I noticed right away in the cover that I have Goddess Isis written on here, right? And talking about Osiris, the god of the underworld. Anyway, I was starting to write my stuff down, just the synchronicities of things. And then I flipped to the back, and some pages had gotten put in here from one of my other notebooks. And I noticed they were my ones that I wrote down in gold. And I don't often write. I normally write in blue and black. But I thought it was so significant because I pay attention to those things, right? And look at what I had written in gold. To the universe. Start the light work of revolution. 33rd parallel energy vortex. I have a destination on here too, but I don't want to disclose it. Because I don't know if that's... I just felt to leave that part out. But I've been noticing the series of threes. And I was talking about in my reading earlier today. That's why it grabbed my attention about the synchronicities of threes. And everything coming out in threes. And I've been seeing 333 and 33. There's something with threes. Very significant. And I don't even know what I had written down here. I don't even know what the 33rd parallel of the energy vortex is, right? And I know I've been trying to look at like where I'm at, and I really know that there's something to do with the energy and the grids and stuff, and I know that I'm by like a gate. I have to be like by a gateway. Like there's something to do with, it's very, very significant, the city that I'm in the United States. Like it's one of the most popular places for like Greek things, so there's all sorts of that in the heritage and stuff, and paranormal activity. Like literally they walk by and do these paranormal tours, you know, so there's something to do with that. I don't know. So anyway, I'm really excited to investigate more about the area where I'm in, right? But maybe it has to do with the energy that's coming in, right? Because this is me knowing that I'm a grid worker. I work on the grids and the energies that are coming in. And like I was starting to say is that this the Equinox gateway, I already got a reading that came in tonight that the gateway is already opening up with this new moon energy. So I mean, I I would assume that it's starting to open up. It's probably why I've been starting to feel intense energy and not even realizing it. Me being an energy reader, like I should know more than anyone just by how I feel. You know, it's a lot of times like when I can't handle a lot of noise and I feel as though I can't quiet down, I almost have to like hide myself, like heavy blankets, and I love my fleece blankets, but pillows and stuff, you know, because that calms you down when you have like weight on you and stuff. But anyways, I get these surges sometimes where I feel like I just gotta lay down and just absorb the energy, and often it's on portal days. That's why I try to stay home those days and isolate. And I love to work on my cards and everything. But anyway, like I don't know why I'm explaining all of this. Maybe it's for some of you to understand. I think my little girl, I think she's the same way. I think she's a gatekeeper too. She has what I do. But anyway, there I was feeling that today. So yes, I do feel that there's something with this equinox gateway. But this Virgo new moon is a very, very powerful new moon. And from what I was getting is that they really want you to set your intentions. And this is like you're going towards your golden pathway. For a lot of you, there's been new contracts too. I was investigating a lot of that earlier today about the new contracts. So for some of you, it's like literally for some of you, it's like you got blessed enough to like write some new contracts. So actually, some of you had to get new contracts, so you got to basically say what you wanted your new contract to be, because for some of you, some of your contracts, I hope you guys can follow me, I'm trying to slow this energy down, but for some of you, it's like your contracts were compromised, so some new contracts were created. So for some of you, like you've literally had choices, multiple choices of like new divine soulmates, counterparts and things like that, for those of you where your twins were corrupted, right? Because the divine can reassign those things. And so it's like for just some of you, like you get to basically write your Akashic record, write the next level and the next pathway. So this is what is bringing me back, is that is why like it's been very, very significant that you need to create what you want. You need to tell divine source, like you have to make very, very important decisions, like literally this week, right? While this gateway, right, and I feel this energy coming in, that it's when on 11/22, right? So when we have the official fall equinox, it actually says that Libra is resetting the energy on the entire globe. This is when I feel like it's going to be like these contracts are taking over, these timelines. This shift is happening for sure. So I feel you have a little bit of time depending on when you catch this reading, but if you're catching it in real time, like, yeah, it's approaching, right? I mean, it's the 15th tomorrow, right? So we're almost, or wait, no, this is 11/22. Okay, so you have a little bit more time. All right. I was thinking it was like 9/22. Okay. So, but look at the significance in the numbers too, how powerful that is. Master numbers, 11/22. There's going to be something very big with this. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm finding it difficult just to sit still and calm down. But it's like, it's exciting energy. It's very exciting. And it really is justice, right? A lot of you are headed to your golden pathways. See, and they brought me back to my dreams and my wishes. Like, I wrote these years ago. And it's everything that I've been telling the divine that I've wanted. It's like a reminder. Like, that's probably why they pulled it out for me to review it. Maybe I don't need to rewrite all of it, because I've had the same vision since I was a little girl, right? But to me, it's like letting me know that this is now the pathway. This is going to be, like, I get what I want, right? So yeah, I would have just heard sign and date it, right? Because then, you know, it's affirming it. But this is a very, very powerful time of affirming what you want, right? And the universe wants plans behind it, because for some of you, it's like an empty contract, right? I wonder which deck is that in? I think it's Shaman Dreams. I bet you if I pull the Shaman Dreams, it'll come out. Maybe I will if I remember. Let's see which crate it's in. All right. So anyways, let's get into some oracle cards messages. At the end, I will pull some tarot. And just so you guys know, if you're new to watching me, my gateway and portal readings are kind of scattered like this. I can't help it. So if you like more structured readings, then don't watch these ones, okay? Well, I mean, you could skip to the cards and away from my channeled messages, right? Because I get really excited. I just feel the energy. I used to tone it down, but then I would leave out a lot of stuff, right? And so no, I'm gonna leave that. I was gonna disclose. I was gonna reveal something in this reading, but I don't know if I'm going to, because I don't know if I want... No, I'm not. I'm going to wait. It's better to not reveal things while you're working on them just until... It's better not, because then people are going to get in there and get in the way. Right? Okay, so never mind. Scratch that. So maybe that's a message for you guys. Keep your stuff to yourself, right? It's like if you want to create something, it's better to show somebody once you've created it than to tell them that you're going to create something, right? I was going to tell you, I'm picking up a lot on the blue butterfly too. I see the big, beautiful blue butterfly here representing a major transformation. And if you see me, I keep looking up. It's because I have got a blue butterfly on the sign above the moon and the crystals up there. So, grieving. For some of you went through a major transformation of this grieving, but it's literally like you've healed your heart. Because remember, I talked about in the beginning of the reading how there was this, I was purging out energies, but then I feel this flux of energy of love, right? So I really feel for some of you, it's like as soon as you let go of heartache, it's just your heart's going to open up to love. Yeah, look, can't make it up. Here's the love card. Wow, because for some of you, this was like a long time coming, and it's interesting as I was just listening to a beautiful reader, and she was talking about how somebody's been in this energy of this Ten of Swords, but it's like, and she had explained it so perfectly and so beautifully, like it only takes one sword to like take somebody out, right? But it's like multiple swords were put in, and it's like the person knew it. And some of the tarot cards you got, it's like the person like knows that they're being hurt repeatedly over and over and over again, but they're taking it. This is like somebody that had to like sit in this pain, right? So it's like somebody was just like sitting in pain like over and over and over again, right? So that's why like it's going to be very fast to finally let this go, because somebody has already been trying to heal from this pain for quite some time. They were very much aware of what was going on. So peace is going to be restored very quickly. You know, everybody's timeline is different. I mean, don't let anybody, you know, tell you that there's a time on your healing. That's for you. But for some of you, it's like as soon as you were set free, like they're showing freedom here. As soon as you were set free from some sort of cage, you were able to finally release the rest of it. It's like, this is somebody that's been trying to heal their heart, but because of the pain, they haven't been able to. And then it's like, finally, when you get released or out of the situation, or like you see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? It's like, finally, you're like, it's almost done. Like, you just let the rest of it go, right? And then all of a sudden, this love can fill your heart, right? A lot of it too is the energies. So much energy has been coming through in these portals, these gateways, and Lionsgate, that some trauma finally getting released too can allow for the integrations of Lionsgate to upgrade your DNA. So a lot of you have went through an upgrade, and there's more blue butterflies. Do you see them here? Butterfly here and here. It's very beautiful. And for some of you, like, it might not have been like a relationship you were currently in that was doing it. For some of you, this could have been like a trauma, a wounding, something that's been like plaguing you. I'm getting like 33 years for somebody of karma. Somebody's been in something of like a karmic loop for like 33 years of like trauma. So like a deep inner child wounding that was there. And, sorry to open the door. It's getting hot and I still hear my children. But so some sort of inner child wounding, a big thing was released, and then this is where love can come in. So for some of you, it's like Wow, this is like a long time coming. This is so beautiful because it's like for some of you, like you had big walls that were like built up and you weren't letting love in. See, and she's holding very close to her throat. It looks like a crystal, right? Or it could be the throat portal. There could have been a throat portal activation. Somebody finally got their confidence, spoke up and communicated something, kind of like got their voice, right? You know, like when Ariel, I'm getting like that mermaid picture of Ariel, you know, where she finally gets her voice back from the witch or whatever, the sea witch, Ursula, right? And she gets her voice back and everything. Like, that's kind of what I feel like happened. Like, somebody was trapped. Somebody, like, didn't have their voice, their confidence, right? So it took a lot of healing. And it could have really... I'm getting something very much happened around a full moon, and they're bringing me to the 4 supermoons that we have. This is the time of 4 supermoons. We just had like our largest one of the entire year, the last one, which was the rare blue moon that we had on August 31st. So something big could have happened around that. There could be a final part too. Remember how I said like the light at the end of the tunnel? It's like for some of you, you have healed the majority of this, but there's like a little bit left, and it's like, this is where you're getting the rest of it out. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And then it's like as soon as you come through, all this love is like going to hit you. For some of you, maybe this love just comes in and hits you and takes out the rest of it. I don't know. I'm getting a couple different things, but it's definitely bringing peace. It's like if you have felt as though you're really just weighted down. Have you ever felt like that? You just can't relax. You can't get comfortable. Kind of like how I feel in this reading. I'm very fidgety. I feel like I really can't get comfortable, but it's like because all of this stuff has been within your light body trying to purge out, right? And it's coming out. And once it does, it's like you're just going to feel so relaxed, right? I know I've been listening to a lot of healing frequencies too, and it's definitely been helping me a lot. All different types. I should actually probably put one down. Or I don't like to start them mid-reading because then sometimes if they're too loud, they're going to overpower me, so... Alright, never mind. I will do that in the next reading that I do. Alright, so, wow, yeah, this is definitely a gateway now. I feel it now once I'm in the, in the reading. Okay. It's, like, fun, because it's, like, sometimes I tell myself, like, I should ground myself. Other times I'm like, no, this is fun. Let me just float away. Alright, so, what did I say I was going to pull? Shaman Dreams, and then, I'm trying to figure out how to do this one. Because I told you I wanted to work with the goddesses and the deities with the new moon too. I'm going to do that in another reading, so there will be a couple below. Let me grab the Shaman Dreams real quick if I can find it. Because I will. There it is. Thank you so much. They guide me to things a lot. They know I get very frustrated with looking for things. And I'm really picking up on this yellow creative energy and this gold too. Like I said, golden pathways are definitely coming. What was I talking about? The sacred contract card that we'll probably see. Well, let's just get a few from Shaman Dreams. Sorry if it's loud. I don't know if my velvet on the desk. Alright, let's get a few from Shaman Dreams. This energy. So Virgo's all about planning, right? Wow. Whoa. This is in alignment with the downloads today. Oh my gosh. I was just going to say the mushrooms are so significant to me, seeing the gathering around. To me, this is like you gathering around with your soul family. Because I see the gathering around the mushrooms, because they work together and they help each other. Like that's why mushrooms grow like in circles. And they feed off of each other. They help each other grow. It's very beautiful. But the power of your community, there's something very significant there. But then I noticed that the galactic mushroom came out. So you should look up mushroom symbolism. For some of you, you could have done some mushrooms, which could have unlocked this, because that allows you to access it, DMT or whatever. You know, once you get awakened to that, then you activate parts of your brain that were hidden, right? Or shut off. See, for some of you, like like, I know that it happened to me when I was younger. Like, not by choice. Like, literally, I was a raver girl. I went to raves. I didn't go to do the drugs, but I also, when I would hand out bracelets and I would take candy. So, yeah, I got slipped some stuff. So, yeah, ended up, so I don't know exactly which one, right? But definitely unlocked some things for me then. But I also know that my father, yeah, he did a lot of mushrooms and stuff before having me. So maybe I just came in here awakened already. Right? But there's something to do with that, though. So, you know, I don't like promote drugs and things like that, but natural things, you know, they're here for a reason, right? And there's lots of healings and all sorts of stuff, just like with marijuana. It is a plant for healing. Oh my gosh, the only reason why it's illegal is because, you know, it actually, you know, it activates parts of the brain that you know, connect with the divine. So, you know, of course, why would they want us to... All right, I better stop so this reading can get out there. All right, so, yeah, many healing benefits, right? Anyway, so those came out, and Fallen Angel came out, and I've been talking about a rescue mission of a fallen angel, spiritual narcolepsy. So, I mean, these are the energies that are surrounding me. So maybe that's letting me know if this fallen angel, I've been saying it's like he's stuck in a trance. Okay, if you know who you are being a fallen angel, maybe this is your sign. And you know I've been talking to you about mushrooms. What is it called? Where there's places that you can go and you can gather around with people and you can do these natural herbs, and you go to like shamans and medicine women, medicine men, doctors, medicine man. Now I feel like I'm guided to that deck, my shaman decks. There's going to be so many readings that are coming out. But I can only do so many tonight. So, yeah, that could unlock something. So if you're wanting to unlock something spiritually, there's something that literally there's a block. And I'm getting that it's a trauma responsive block, that I feel a mental disorder. Now, this isn't going to be everybody's story, but in this specific one, it's like some sort of PTSD. And I'm getting it's like the bad one. I know that I had it, but I repaired my brain from it. The complex PTSD. It keeps coming back. There's certain triggers and things like that, but different ways. Like, you have to feel the pain. You have to release it. You have to have breathing techniques. You have to find... There are ways. Well, me being a shaman, I did heal myself, right? So, but there are ways to work through it or whatever. But I mean, in my situation, I know I'm meant to talk about, because there's going to be lots of others that are going on with the situation too. Like I even said, like, I don't know how many like corrupted twin flame journeys there's going to be, but they're letting you know that definitely that this is one way to, you know, I mean, they have to be willing to, you know, you still got to be willing to want to awaken and things like that. But wow, I was just getting that message out. That's interesting. So, look what I flipped right to. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Source. So that lets you know right there that you don't make this stuff up. There's that sacred contract I told you. Because I was just saying, all right, I guess I'm going to put the deck away. That's why they guided me to it, because I completely forgot that I wanted to show you this. Do you see the blank contract? That this is why I felt guided to this deck. I wanted to tell you this is what I was feeling. So you need to contract. You need to write things down, because Virgo is all about planning and organization, and you have the power right now. Like I said, this is so in alignment with this, right? Do you see it? Because I've been talking about a corrupt twin flame journey, because a lot of you were dealing with a fallen angel. Let me hold the card up so you can see it. The fallen angel, spiritual narcolepsy. Somebody was not awakening spiritually. You were meant to carry out this mission with somebody. And now I know why it was so hard, because I felt like me and this fallen angel, we were under so much spiritual attack, and there'd be times I would literally be like, get up, like, you have to help me here. Like, there'd be times just like I could literally sick at all the demons getting all my children, and for a little while, like, I had 4 children all in the house, and my mother, we were all under attack. And you know, I'm not going to get into all the things, but I think I opened something up in that house. But anyways, But he just like, and then he turned on me, and it was coming out in the readings around that time in the spiritual community where there was something, someone tried to take out an earth angel. It was that freaking night. Yep. And I had, oh my goodness. But, anyways. Okay. Wow. I'm getting really deep in this one. So, repairing the veil, right? Forgiveness and the authentic self, many masks. See, somebody's been wearing many masks. And obstacles, yeah. Alright, so yeah, I feel I can go really, really deep with this deck. That's why I try to hold myself back. But like I said, so for some of you, yeah, there's been somebody that just would not awaken. You can't make them awaken. Not with just your words, right? But there's that. But yeah, anyway, so new contracts, because the time was up, right? There is, you know, like I know that time is an illusion and it's not real, but for Gaia is very much alive, right? And there's a set, how do I explain this? In levels. Earth resets itself. It's set on a frequency, a level. There's divine matrix and plans. There's a lot of things. There's, I guess to explain is like there's a blueprint, right? And we're going back to the original blueprint. So it's like, and we're getting closer and closer to this timeline, and you can't stop it, you know? And so there are certain things that have to happen. There are certain people that are here at this time that are very, very important, that were here from the very, very beginning. I mean, Atlantean, Lemurian times that hold these specific codings within their body, within their bloodlines, and so they're meant to be here, and you're meant to, you have to have a counterpart. You're not meant to do these missions alone. They're too much. They're too draining, because we're meant to be interwoven, connected. It's just like it's just how it is, right? It's that perfect balance. You're stronger. You're more powerful and stronger. And because, you know, our souls were together, complete, before we were tore apart, because of all of the trauma and everything that broke out. So it's like, for this all to work, for the reset to work, there has to be unions. There has to be, I'm trying to explain this on a level because I don't want to go way too deep and lose everybody, right? And then even I have to plan those readings out. So anyways, do you see what I'm getting at? There has to be a union. So for some of these fallen angels, there is still hope for them to be rescued, but they've missed the mark, and there's been new contracts. So there's been contingency plans that have needed to be put into place for the frontliners, for the ones that don't want to miss. Like, I didn't want to miss. Like, it wasn't fair to me. That's why Divine came to me and they asked me, like, what do you want? Like, I got to say, I got to think about it. I got to make my decision on what I wanted. And I actually said I wanted, at first, like, I wanted more time with my twin, because I really wanted my twin to be able to. I wanted to try different things. But anyway, that's what I wanted first. But then, ultimately, like, I didn't want to miss my mark. I wanted to, you know, I'm meant to be one of the leaders here, right? So, I mean, there's going to be different missions and things like that. But sacrifices need to be made if you are wanting to step into your roles, right? So yeah, anyway, I'm super excited that, you know, we're getting so close. And that's what I mean. These portals and these gateways are getting more and more powerful. And like, even normally the gateways, normally I fill them for a couple days, right? And I already know, like, with this 9/9 it was super intense on the second day, but then the third day I'm like, it's getting more and more intense. And then seeing others talk about this, that yeah, this portal's for 9 days. You know, and they're getting more and more powerful. 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12. So, yeah, it's a very, very powerful time. It's a very exciting time, too. All right. So, yeah, so that's what I pull the shaman dreams out for. All right. Now let me just get into some tarot. I kind of calm down a little bit when I get into the tarot. Which one do I want? I felt guided to 2 decks, which is interesting too because this deck I picked up for Equinox last year. I thought it was so neat. And when I felt guided to pulling this deck, like I forgot about the Equinox coming. I was thinking about the eclipses. So I was like, oh, so because look at that perfect blend of the duality of the light and of the dark. Isn't that beautiful? And then the Cosmic Slumber Tarot is very vibrant and beautiful as well. So when I went looking for the Luna Soul Tarot, I pulled that one. Wow, they're showing me 6 of discs here. Alright, wow, I'm at 30 minutes already. Wow, channel messages went really strong here. Alright, see what time it is. Yeah, okay, I have to go get my daughter's laundry. Alright, so let me just get I'll just get a few tarot cards from here. I'm going to be doing a whole reading separate without the channel messages because when I took over this long, I don't even know if I'm going to label this one as a tarot reading. But if you like this deck and if you want more, if you like this channel message, yeah, found it interesting. Hopefully it makes sense because it's like sometimes I don't know if people are going to understand the level and the way that I can explain the frequencies. Alright, so 3 of Cups coming out with King of Discs. So wow, they're celebrating and coming together. This is King of Earth. I'm trying to see it for him. I'm seeing 3 birds right above him in the nest there. There's 3 that are spinning in a circle in the 3 of Cups. I mean, you know that's the 3 of Cups, but just told you there's something about 33. Oh, I'm going to show you. See the 3 birds on top of the nest? And went right away to those birds. See, in 5 of Wands, there's competition, there's battling, there's conflict. You better know that the devil is trying to battle these unions from coming together. Ace of Wands, 4 of Wands, the Tower, Queen of Cups. Why am I just pulling off the bottom? I don't know. Sometimes they have me do that. They picked up the whole deck, but Page of Cups is still here. There's a lot of conflict within the family, and that's why they're showing me the 5 of Wands with the 4 of Wands, and you see the children on that card. There is a lot of battling and conflict within a family, creating tower moments. I think I talked about that, right? Ace of Wands, but there's going to be some sort of new beginning. Look, this moon is bringing in something unknown. Secrets could be getting revealed. Something unknown about the moon. Strong emotions and feelings. Yeah, there's going to be some sort of clarity here with the Ace of Swords and the 8 of Cups. But then there's a walking away. 6 of Wands. It's a victory, though. It's a closing out of a cycle. Oh my gosh. Remember I was saying that somebody's been, and these swords, they've had these swords put in them, and it's like they've had to sit in this pain. And that's why, did I even finish where I was explaining that? This is why, like, such divine justice is coming. This is why this was so unfair that's why, like, you don't, not everybody gets a blank contract to write what they want, but this is somebody that's getting, like, they were put through the most because their twin, the person that was supposed to fight with them, was working against them. The person that was sent to bless somebody, to work with them, to battle this warfare, turned against them. So this is somebody that had to fight this battle, this spiritual warfare, alone, and having their twin working against them. And they were trapped in it because they didn't want to let their twin. That's what I mean, this is a warrior. So what I was talking about is somebody that was sitting in that Ten of Swords, and that is why this ultimate, like, justice, victory is coming in. Look at this Ten of Swords. I don't know, each of these decks, like, I'm called because of, sometimes for one specific card, how unique that they are. But if you look at this Ten of Swords, look at those swords that are all going through him. Every inch of his body. You often see the Ten of Swords just in the back. But what caught my eye right away was the fact that there are flowers on those swords. So when I would describe this card in the past, I would describe it as, look, those swords have been in him for such a long time that they are growing flowers on them. But now I'm seeing it as, you know, like, even those swords were put in, somebody flipped every single one of those swords out of love, and they just took it. This is someone where it's like, they took this pain because they knew that it was the enemy, that it wasn't really the intentions of, like, their divine, even though, like, their divine was doing it. It's like they knew they were doing it because they were being controlled by the enemy. So it was like they were just taking it. And look how there's so many different swords too, because this is somebody that went under so much spiritual warfare. I mean, getting attacked by family, friends, lovers. They're having their children turned against them. Look at all of that. And that person's standing there. Wow. That's why I said, like, oh my gosh. But you know what? Divine stepped in. 35:44 on the clock is to say that. Judgment, that's the divine stepping in. Divine called judgment. They said, enough is enough. What they were waiting for is they were waiting for this angel. For this divine to say, all right, I've had enough. Because ultimately she had to decide to let her twin go because she asked for more time. She wanted more time with her twin. So when she said, all right, I can't do it anymore. I need help. Judgment. Wow. Tower. That's when the judgment, that is when divine comes in. And that's when these towers, there I go, Mercury. Last day retrograde, flipping my words, but we have the shadow period. But anyway, that is when divine comes in and blows up those towers. If you look at that big eye too up in the corner, look at that. This is divine blowing up this tower. Now Karma is coming down, and this divine angel is getting all of her justice. Wow. Oh my goodness. The moon. It's a secret. It's the moon's the unknown. Strong influence, the energy. Right? Strong emotions and feelings. I love the moon because, you know, yeah, it's about illusions and not seeing things and secrets, but that's where you find treasures, is in the darkness too. Like, it's unknown. Nine of Wands. Oh, Six of Cups. Page of Discs. What else? I'm just kind of freestyling this too. I'm not going off a certain way. Wow. I'm just so shocked. I forgot all about the only thing I thought about this deck when I pulled it, Five of Wands back out, is that the duality of the light and the dark. Yeah, look at this Five of Swords. This is one that's graphic too. Not all my decks, the Five of Swords is graphic. There are literally limbs on there with knives in them. Do you see that? This was like a bloodbath. Like, there was a lot of destruction, and I'm getting in things sacrificed. Look, there's a child back here that is hiding. There's actually two children that are back there hiding behind the bricks. There was a lot of destruction and fighting. I mean, I'm not getting like catastrophic. Like, I shouldn't have said bloodbath, right? It's puddles of blood, right? There was just pain. So what I'm getting is this was like abuse, like physical abuse, where people were getting hurt, right? Beat up, scared, fear. Okay, now if you look at it, remember I said there's limbs. They're kind of hanging off the cards. They're still intact, okay? It's just they're hiding. So at first glance, it looked a lot worse than it is, but still, it was. maybe that's the thing too. A lot of this I feel was internal. Like a lot of it was psychic attack. I'm getting more like these wounds were like in internal. Like from an outsider point of view, people might be like, wow, you weren't, you know, it's just like, it's like somebody could get physically abused a lot with words and little things getting shoved around, thrown around, all of this, but just because they don't have, you know, black eyes and all of this stuff, they're like, oh, they weren't physically abused because they, you know, didn't have to get hospitalized. No, there's different levels to it. All right. Somebody making you feel scared and unsafe and causing trauma, that's abuse enough. Nine of Discs. Wow. There's a bull on there too. It's completely sitting like zen on top of this this bull too, which is beautiful. And it's interesting, I shared a picture of like a Lambo, I think it was earlier, and it had a huge bull next to it, so it's definitely symbolism. Oh my gosh, look at the Knight of Cups. Like he's riding a fish, like a really big fish. This deck is really cool. See, I haven't even got to use it very much. Oh, and the bonus to this deck, wee. I don't even remember what the bonus to this deck is. Wow, yeah, I got to do a whole reading of this deck. All right, guys, I better call this, but yeah, look, Knight of Discs, Knight of Cups, there's like foundation coming. Love, Wheel of Fortune. This is like destined. Wow. This is, somebody's getting like their wish fulfillment, their destiny, the life they were supposed to have. Yeah, look at this High Priestess. So beautiful. You see the yin yang on the book there. This was supposed to be like a twin flame. Like it was written for this beautiful love. Oh my goodness. Two of Swords. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to call this reading. Channel messages took over in this one. I should know doing something deep like this on New Moon Night on a portal night. Right? We're still feeling the 9/9 portal, and now that Equinox gateway, that's why this is so intense. And then way deeper on new moons and full moons, because deeper spirituality. So, yeah. Wow. Look, universal. All that universal energy. Cycles are closing. This is big. So, really a big time to be setting intentions, planting your seeds. He's the Cups. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to do a reading with this one. It'll be labeled the Luna Soul Tarot. It's probably going to be all the same energy. So if you want to catch that one, you can find it probably tomorrow, because I don't know how many uploads I'm going to get through tonight. But subscribe to the channel if you have not. Thank you guys so much for my new subscribers. Claim the readings, like the videos, comment below. It does a donation for me just to like the video and commenting. You know, I feel your energy, so that's very beautiful. All right, love and light to all of you. Bye.